Hello, everybody. This is Eric here at ALLFIT BA. I just want to talk to you all a little bit about the skeletal muscles and a little bit about the stability muscles. I work with senior citizens, and because I've been working with these seniors, I am one also. But I have always been in a gym or doing some very extraneous activities like riding motocross, snow skiing, mountain biking, whatever it be, even skateboarding. I've just always done all those activities. But as we get older, things change. Now you know that there's bodybuilders, there's physique, all those people that go in magazines and things like that. They keep themselves from doing activities that can hurt them. And when we get hurt, and if we're not one of those people that really want to achieve that perfect body, then we have to eliminate ourselves from activities that will hurt us. And what happens when we get hurt is we set ourselves back and we just keep a setback. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about is when we were born, we didn't have any stability muscles. We didn't have any muscles. We couldn't really do anything, just barely make a movement, and our heads would turn a little bit, and we had a little bit of mouth movement, a little bit of arm movement, could squeeze somebody's finger. That's where we started from. But everybody comes out of the womb the same. And at that point that we start to breathe, we have the ability to start improving our lives and making our lives much healthier. And at that point that we come out and our mothers and whoever takes care of us takes care of us. But that's when we start to build our skeletal muscles. And those are vitally important as when we get to be old. We have these hips that you see a lot of these people that have getting hip surgeries. Yes, if you fall down and you do something, a car crashes into you, or you do something drastic to break your hip, that's out of our control. But I want to tell you that most of the senior citizens and the older people that break that hip before they fall and hit the ground. Let's say if you're an older person and you put your foot up on the curb to take a step and you start to slip because there's ice on it, you probably broke your hip before you hit the ground. But most of us think, oh, it's because we hit the ground. Oh, it's because of the ice. No, it's because we are not working these muscles and to hold our hips together, to keep them in there. And stability muscles, our skeletal muscles, and our outside physical muscles, we have got to work on those when we get older. And as a baby, we start to move. And we start to grab people's fingers and we squeeze on it. And then we start to almost get up to where we can get on our elbows. And then we kind of roll over. And then we start to crawl. And then we start to get up on the counters. And we start to get up on the coffee table or on the couch. And then we start to walk. Each one of these things are processes. Those that take longer to do these things are not genetically going to be to where they can't do something later. The only thing that means is that their body has a little bit slower determination to get better. And I've seen it over and over and over. And because I'll ask people as they come in and they're doing training with me, how old were you? Do you remember when somebody told you how old you were when you started to walk? And most everybody says, yeah. Those that take till they're, 1.5 to 2 years old, those people that come in here, they have a harder time with the stability and building the muscles and things like that. Now, the ones that come in and they started to work, walk and run and do all that before a year, they have a much better ability to start their physical journey when they get to be a senior. So we all can start ASAP. We need to start right now and maintain ourselves throughout our lives. That's something that's very important, is to maintain. I'm not as physically fit as I would like to be. I have been, and I've been 8 to 12% body fat at different times, and not very long, but at different times in my life, I've been down to that, and I've been able to hold 15 to 20% body fat. Right now, I'm way up there. I'm 33%, 35% body fat on me. Yes, I can still move. Yes, I'm still strong. Yes, I can still run. Yes, my cardio is good, but my eating is not the best in the world. I am 60 years old, and I can do things that a lot of 60-year-olds can't, but there are still 60-year-olds and older that are in great shape because they maintain themselves and they don't let themselves go out and get hurt. I have been hurt. I ride dirt bikes, so my chances of getting hurt are a lot greater than those that are playing golf and going to the gym. But I do go and ride dirt bikes, and I get out there and I get hurt. I've got new knee, shoulder, clavicle, my wrist, my ankles, my shins, my hips. I've been hurt everywhere, back, ribs. So each one of those are setbacks, and learning how to deal with those things and not let those enabling body parts enable us to where we don't use those anymore because it hurts is something that we have to go through. If you have a bad shoulder, which almost everybody that works out has a bad shoulder, especially if you haven't worked out in a long time and you decide, oh, I'm going to go work out. A shoulder is one of the first ones to bother people because we go straight to the bench press or doing push-ups or something like that, and we put a lot of strain on the inner side of this. And instead of working this back side, we work this inner side by doing that push-up. And we're just sitting there doing it over and over and over. We put a lot of weight on there. And we don't ever work any of this backside, your rear delts and your traps and all that stuff, because we like to work our biceps, and work everything right in front of us. We don't work the back here to where we're working our lats and our traps and our rear delts. We need to work those as much and maybe even more than we do our biceps and our chest and our legs. So many people just like to work those things and they don't work the rest. But anyway, I just wanted to do about a 10-minute live video and see what happens. This is actually my very first live video on YouTube, so I'm just practicing. Hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit better at this. And what we do here in my studio, I've got a minute left. What we do here is I work with senior citizens and I build their stability and make them so that when they are they can go down to the floor and get up off the floor. Those muscles are all a little bit different to go down to the floor. A lot of people are always working the muscles to get up, but you got to get down there first. So those are some of the muscles we work in the stability of it. Another thing is building the range of motion, being able to bend to the side and reach behind us and put our hands behind our head. A lot of people can't do that anymore. Put your arms back behind you and put a little bit of resistance on it. We stand on a Bosa ball, which is, there's a lot of different ways. A lot of people can't stand on it when they first try to do it, but even the 84 and 87-year-old that comes in here can go to the floor and do a plank today. When they couldn't do it when they came in, but they can now, and it didn't take very long. It doesn't take long to begin your journey to improve your life. The only thing you need to do is just show up, whether it's with me or somebody new. But come on in. Now I got to figure out how to stop this thing.